miss here, miss there.
That replay showed that Tapia's glove approached the canvas. I couldn't tell from the angle whether it actually touched. Maybe it came up just a tiny bit short of the canvas, and that would justify Nady's decision not to call it a knockdown. Go to the championship rounds, and you saw that both fighters have good records past the 10th. One knockdown for Barrera in his career, or one knockout for Barrera in his career past the 10th. That was the Kennedy McKinney fight, bet 3/1996. Tapia's had 2.
Barrera's got the right opponent, the right size. He hasn't tried to finish this man out.
Well, you know, they are friends, and he does have a great respect for Tapia. They both wear the same word on the back of their trunks, because Barrera's mother's last name is Tapia. They are not related, of course.
Now Barrera is doing it.
It's becoming target practice.
Yeah, that's what he should have been doing. Don't get this guy all that nerve. Show your power off.
I think Barrera just got infuriated when he heard that Harold Letterman had given the 9th round to Tapia. He said, what?
Barrera doesn't even look like he's been in a fight. Nice quick right hand by Tapia.
Never quits.
This is one of those occasions where the ice is beating the fire, dousing the fire.
Reaching with right hands, trying to get inside to fire an uppercut. Barrera just pop, pop, pop with the jab.
The way he's fighting now, Johnny Tapia seems to have accepted defeat.
The magic word you said, Larry, is the way he's fighting. The reason he looks the way he looks is because he's been fighting tonight. Barrera's been boxing.
Well, somebody's been landing those shots on him.
Yeah, he's landing shots.
Okay. Bring him on. On the top of him. That's wrong, baby.
Okay, now here, we need this round big, okay? Now, Johnny, you've got to fight for 3 minutes on this round, okay? All right? You hear me?
Yeah.
You've got to work the whole 3 minutes, okay? Put him on the ropes and rough him up. Let's go combinations, okay? All right?
Okay.
This is it. Last round, you got to close with a good showing. Combinations. We don't have to save nothing. This is it. You got to let it all hang out now.
Let's go to work, Johnny. You hear me? Okay? It's the last round, son. Okay, you got 3 minutes.
Close, baby.
You got to put it on him.
Okay, last one.
Close, too close. Yeah.
This is it, right?
In the 11th round, Marco Antonio Barrera threw 67 punches. My copy box numbers. Johnny Tapia only 37. That may be the statistical signal that Tapia's done. Harold Letterman, how do you have it?
Look at you. 107, 103, 8 rounds to 3. Marco Antonio Barrera. Jim, in the 10th round, real quickly, Johnny Tapia slipped because the traction is poor, because the ring is very slippery.
So that's why it wasn't a knockdown, right, Harold?
Without question, Jim. By the way, it was 107, 102.
Yeah,
it's Barrera by 5.
Thank you.
Now Barrera goes to the body and to the head. Punches, punches.
Nady looks at Barrera as if to say, what's wrong with Johnny? And Barrera shakes his head as if to say, I don't know.
He caught a punch. He says he caught a head. I didn't see it. It looked like a punch in the eye.
Boy, he double upped on the left hook. That's what Barrera did. He did it again.
I thought maybe he caught a lace. I thought maybe he got laced or thumbed in the eye. That was what he was complaining about. Meanwhile,
you can't
Barrera was going to work.
Barrera now fighting like he has to win the last round.
And you heard Harold tell you the ring is slippery.
Barrera's got him now. He's got him. All he has to do is go for the finish.
Tapia trademark as he waves his glove in the air to bring his crowd back into it, and they respond. Here's the last hurrah for Johnny Tapia against Marco Barrera. One more violent flurry, and there it ends. As they go back to the center of the ring, and Barrera starts sticking his left hand in Tapia's face again.
That left jab has told the story tonight.
Will shock none of you who have watched Johnny Tapia through his long career to know that by CompuBox numbers, Marco Antonio Barrera has landed more punches tonight against Johnny Tapia than any other Tapia opponent in 57 fights. The Tapia crowd still hoping against hope as we get to the last 20 seconds. And Barrera still coolly popping away with the jab. A boxing exhibition tonight for the man Johnny Tapia called the king of the featherweights. Marco Antonio Barrera of Mexico City plays down the stretch with Johnny Tapia, sealing what was apparently a clear victory over the New Mexico legend.
This is a better fight than many people had anticipated, even though Barrera apparently has won it one-sidedly. Tapia is a wonderful performer with great body language. Every time he did something, he wanted to put quotation marks around it by clowning or in some other way by arousing the crowd.
And surely one of the things most to be celebrated tonight, Larry and George, is that after everything he's given to the sport, Johnny Tapia finally got a paycheck commensurate with the love that fans feel for him.
You know what? If I've got $10, this is my last $10, I'm going to spend it on a boxing match. The last boxing match I see before I'm called up yonder, I'll spend it on Johnny Tapia.
Because he gives you everything he's got every time.
Not on Barrera.
In the 12th round, though, Marco Antonio Barrera landed 45 of 108 punches, and he doesn't need your $10. And Johnny Tapia only 9 of 59 by CompuBox numbers. So it was the latest of a handful of rather one-sided rounds in favor of Barrera.
This guy's going to go down in history, Barrera, as an excellent boxer. So many people think he's a brawler, but the guy is a master boxer.
Well, he's changed himself. I mean, there's no question that he transformed himself in the middle of his career to earn that identity you give him, George. Let's go to Michael Buffer, who already has the scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand, we go to the Budweiser scorecards. Chuck Giampa scores it 116 to 112. Bill Graham has it 118 to 110. And Dave Moretti scores it 118 to 110. All for the winner by unanimous decision. And still the people's champion, the babyface assassin de Ciudad de Mexico, Marco Antonio Barrera.
CompuBox numbers, the 323 punches landed by Barrera by far the largest number of punches ever landed against Johnny Tapia. Nobody else ever landed 300 blows against Tapia in a fight. It's a margin of nearly 200 landed punches for Barrera. The 800 punches he threw in the fight, more than 200 more punches than he threw in his unanimous decision win over Eric Morales last time out here in Las Vegas. And a 40% connect percentage for Barrera, fairly withering. Jabs, this is where he really won the fight, and this is where he's established that identity that George Foreman talked about. A boxer supreme now, 179 out of 467. Look at that. Johnny Tapia at that 7.5-inch reach disadvantage, only able, according to CompuBox observers, to land 17 jabs in the fight. Underlining the point George made throughout, that Tapia had to get in close and brawl somehow. He did it sporadically, but by and large, not consistently enough to give him a chance to really be competitive in the fight. Let's go to